Hi guys, this is Serbina, innovative business and media marketing expert. Today I was doing big training at CargoGlide, the company which is producing bed slides. And if you don't know anything about bed slides, I highly recommend to go on CargoGlide website and learn about it. Especially guys, if you own trucks, you will be amazed with great technology. But this broadcast is not really about CargoGlide. You know why? Because I have a beautiful girl sitting next to me, and her name is Rogeo. And let me tell you something about her. Besides being just pretty and smart, she's a drag racer. For me, it's not just amazing, it's fascinating because I'm a girly girl and I can imagine myself being in the car and racing, literally. Besides that, I have to read all titles because at her young age, she's the senior editor of, you help me?
Mopar magazine.
Yes, thank you. Co-founder of Liquid Glow of Car Care product line. And she's right here in my Google Hangout, and we're gonna hang out together. Like I said, you heard all titles, but she has fascinating story. Again, like I said, at her young age, she has a story. And now I want to hear from you, Alex. And in particular, how you ended up racing cars.
Okay, well, I started racing about 4 years ago, and I moved to California about 6 years ago to go to school. And I went to school for theater, and I was introduced to drag racing kind of accidentally.
Mm-hmm.
My family, particularly my dad's side, was in the automotive industry for a number of years. I learned, enough about cars from that part of my life. But I moved next door to my now crew chief, Richard, mm-hmm. who brought me to a test and tune one day, actually, to cheer me up, which is kind of ironic. And I had no idea what drag racing was. I'd never been to a race before, but I was, he let me drive without telling me his plans. He let me drive down the track, and I kind of, I made all the mistakes that a beginner typically does, but I thought, I could do this again. So on the way home, I was already thinking about when the next test and tune was, when I could drive again. And the third time that I'd ever been down the track, I got the car faster than drivers from Motor Trend magazine had got it. Richard tells this story about being super impressed by the number that I got out of the car from being stock.
Guys, I hope you're taking notes. That's where you take notes about achievements and speed. But please, 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 don't try to do it at home. And by the way, Richard is actually right here. He's hanging out with us. He's just being quiet. You can't see him, but I'm telling you, he's right here. So keep going, because it's really interesting story.
Well, basically, we started out drag racing sort of as a hobby, as a fun thing to do on the weekend, but it quickly turned into something that we were deciding to do competitively. And this is our 4th season, and I'm currently in 1st place in street muscle class and 2nd place in bracket 1 in the PSCA series. I raced all over the Southwest part of the country, mostly in California, Vegas. And we're also moving to, not moving, but we're racing in St. Louis this year. And I don't think I mentioned the car that I raced, but it's a Dodge Magnum SRT8. The engine has been built by Arrington Performance in Virginia, and it's currently running mid 10 seconds in the quarter mile.
Guys, I hope you are cheering, like saying yes, yes, Yahoo!
And it weighs 4,300 pounds, by the way, which is impressive for a really heavy car. So.
Okay, you know what? Now tell me about your absolutely cool, sexy truck. I saw it. It's blue. It's super sexy.
It is.
I just want to know about this part too.
You can't miss it. It's 1 million feet long and it's bright blue. But it's a 3500 Dodge Ram with the Cummins. and it's brand new. We just got it about a month and a month ago, and we're super excited because we're getting a new trailer this year, and gonna have the ability to tow our race car around the country anywhere we want to go, which is a new privilege to us. We spent the majority of our racing careers driving the car to and from the track, so the ability to tow the car to and from races is going to be really, really nice.
Yeah, and you got new piece of equipment on your truck, right?
Yes, we got a brand new CargoGlide today, and I'm super excited to use it for the first time. I think this is the first application that they built for the gooseneck. So you can use it in conjunction with the gooseneck. It doesn't, I think some of the other CargoGlide models have a solid piece, but this one has a little cutout that's meant for...
Yeah, explain what gooseneck is, because I know, but sometimes, even guys don't know about it. Sorry, guys, I'm just throwing stuff right here.
So a gooseneck is, it's an alternative to a bumper pull trailer. So a bumper pull obviously hooks into the trailer hitch on a bumper, and a gooseneck comes over top of the tailgate of the truck and goes down into the bed, and that's how it hooks up to the truck. And it's really, really cool. I mean, we actually don't have our trailer yet. It's being built right now, but when we get it, we'll be taking lots of video and showing how the CargoGlide works with it.
And it's exciting. It's, when you get something new, it's always exciting, and especially when something custom built for you. This one is super cool, super exciting, because you can get whatever you want to get, your truck, your trailer, whatever you do, right? Because you're racing cool car, and again, it's custom built.
Right, it's custom built, and it's going to be, especially my crew chief Richard has a hard time. It's tough to get stuff at the very, very front of the bed, because it's an 8-foot bed. It's not like you can reach, and I'm not tall enough to reach over top of the sides. So the CargoGlide's going to really, really come in handy for, it's 70% extension, and it has 2,000-pound capacity. So we can put a whole bunch of gear in there and not worry about it, and it's going to be really, really cool.
But now, guys, I want to switch the gear and go to actually Alex's line of car care products. I told you that's what happened on there.
You didn't read a note.
I know. Hey, I did not. But guess what? I have these wonderful bottles. Yeah, and Alex has pictures on the back right here.
Yes, a while ago.
Yes, and I'll show you all of them, at least what I have in my hand.
Yeah, this is just a couple of the products that you have today.
Yeah, it's only a few of them, and we will talk at least what we have right here. And my last one, I think bottles are absolutely cool, really nice shape, and really awesome color. And let's talk a little bit about each product, because it's unique line, and you guys design it with car in mind.
Yeah, so basically we designed our products for both the show car market as well as the racing market, because we are heavily involved in both worlds, and we wanted products that would work equally as well on race cars and show cars. And that's really what we kept in mind when we were designing our products, especially our quick detailer, which is the spray bottle here. It's a great cleaner that removes dust and fingerprints if you're wanting some quick cleaning, but it also does a great job shining and making your car look just like it's just brand new waxed. That's our star product. We are expanding our line this year. I think we're expanding to 8 products this year. So
wonderful.
We have car shampoo, glaze, glazing polish, sealant wax, quick detailer, wheel cleaner, interior protectant, as well as our quick paint cleaning system. And that is a product that's very similar to a clay bar, is the best comparison I can make. But for those of you who aren't familiar with a clay bar, it's basically our product is great for taking contaminants that are embedded in paint. So most people think that just by using wax, you can clean your paint and make it smooth and shiny, and you can. It's just that you can never get a solid, smooth foundation if you don't use a clay bar-like product. And our product works better, faster, stronger than a clay bar does, and it's very competitively priced. So we're really excited about that.
Wonderful, wonderful. Like I said, guys, I hope you're taking notes. You better do it. Seriously. You know what? I forgot to ask you. This stuff became the line not just because you care so much about cars. There is somebody's big passion and hobby. And now I'm talking about Richard, and I'm pointing, towards his direction, but he's kind of hiding in the corner.
Yeah, we're neighbors, and before the racing actually started, we started detailing cars and washing cars together. It was sort of like a fun thing we used to do on the weekends. And we both discovered, well, he had discovered years ago that he had a passion for detailing, and I discovered that I did also. I mean, I had just bought a brand new car at the time, and I really wanted to make it look good. And, I discovered very quickly that I really enjoyed making the car look good and, turning your back and then turning back to it when you walk away in a parking lot, walking backwards, because you just want to keep looking at the beautiful paint that you just shined up. But we are very much passionate about car detailing, and it's a very rewarding industry because you get people that are also very passionate and who also want to make their cars look amazing. And if you can't see, it's called Liquid Glow. I don't know if we've mentioned that name before. And we're also look for our products on liquidglow.net. We have a full shopping cart, and we're also touring the Southwest, going to shows, and we have special prices online. We've always got sales, so.
It's wonderful. It's really wonderful. I know one thing. When people are really passionate on deep level about something, what they're doing, it always creates great product, great business, lots of care about people, and it just spreads love. And you guys, huge proof. Huge.
Well, thank you. And I also like to mention that all of our chemicals are made in the USA.
Wonderful. So, it's great.
Yeah. We're very, very proud of our products, and something unique about our products is that because we are a relatively small and new company, our line is very, very simple to use. It's not some car care product companies have all these thousands of products. You don't know which ones are right for you. You don't know which ones to use. Ours are, we have a very easy step-by-step process that's easy to follow. All of the instructions are very clearly written on the back of the labels, and the products are used in a certain order. And you use shampoo obviously to clean the paint. You use glazing polish. First, you use the quick paint cleaning system to make the surface clean, and then glazing polish and sealant wax. And if you use all of our products, there's really no better way to get your paint looking, the best that it can.
Yeah, it's wonderful. When you have a system 1, 2, 3, it's like dyeing your hair. When you have 1, 2, 3. Yeah, seriously, women love simplicity. I don't know about men, but don't give me a bunch of this stuff.
Yes.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I will get lost, and finally it's like, okay, I'm going to, like Freddy's car wash, and I'll be done with that.
Right. Yeah. It's very, very, easy and refreshing to see a line where everything is in order, everything's in succession, and it just makes sense. And we also sell accessories that you can buy, such as towels and things like that, to make it make your detailing much easier.
Exactly. And like I said, me being a woman, I love beautiful things, I would say. If I buy something, I have to have matching towel. Like, for example, I probably would buy matching towel because it's green, stuff like that. I know it's ridiculous, but that's how women operate. And I guess it's very enticing to women besides besides men, and I don't know how often men really clean their cars if they're not really passionate about their car.
I think it really depends, and I'd like to say that also our products are not just for the detailing enthusiasts. They're really for everybody, from the soccer mom to the guy who goes to the car shows every weekend. I mean, it's really, they have a very broad spectrum of customer base, and we're really proud of it, and I'm trying to think of other things that I can boast about, but
no, it's wonderful. I hope you guys will grow because you're really passionate about what you're doing. Besides car racing, you have this wonderful product. And besides cars, there is something what I know about you. I know you're a singer, and I heard you singing while you're.
You did?
Yes, I did. Well, I have just keeping my mouth shut. I'm just pointing my finger.
There's plenty of videos. I shouldn't say that. There's plenty of videos. I sing. I've had professional training as a singer ever since I was about 13 years old. I sang the national anthem at all of the Pacific Streetcar Association races that I do. So on Sunday morning, we give away a full line of our car care products to the #1 qualifiers from the previous day at the race. So all the people that have the low qualifier position get a full line of our products. That's at the driver's meeting. And then I go back and get in my car and do my time trials in my race car, and then run back to my pit, get ready for eliminations, and then run back up to the tower and sing the national anthem. Then run back to my pit, get ready for eliminations, get all our dials ready and everything, and then go race. And it's a really, really busy morning, but it's fun. And it's funny because I think I've had more opportunity for singing and theater-like projects because of my involvement in the automotive industry than I ever did just doing theater alone. And it's been really, really rewarding. I'm also on an internet television show called Speed Scene Live.
Yeah, I saw it, yeah.
Every
Guys,
Tuesday
I did.
night at 6 p.m. Pacific time. I'm on there usually about once a month, and I get to talk about my racing, new products. I'm thinking we'll be doing a segment on CargoGlide on the show. I think that's really, really important for drag racers to know, but I don't think they're fully aware of the ability that CargoGlide has, especially with the gooseneck applications and
I
all
agree.
the different things.
And like I said, I told you my story. Guys, probably I should tell you my story because Alex knows what I'm talking about. I went to drag races first time 7 years ago. My boyfriend came to me and said, listen, I do it every year. I go with my family. I don't know if you're interested, but I have a ticket. I was like, okay, drag races. Okay, I know word races. I'm not sure about word drag. Finally, he said, just go with me. We went to Las Vegas to the Speedway racetrack, and here I am. And again, I'm on my high heels. Guys, I'm not lying. Seriously, I was on high heels, and people look at me like, what are you doing here?
Not a whole lot of people in here with heels.
No, I have big hat and high heels, like
there's big sunglasses.
Exactly. Here I am. I just put my butt on the seat, and I'm waiting. And let me tell you, first two cars, my jaw was on the floor. I was cheering, I was yelling, I was screaming, I was making bets on cars. I mean, not real bets because I'm not a gambler, but like in sense of who will win.
Right.
And we were there until nighttime, seriously. We left at 9:30. But the most impressive thing was what guys do at the pit. Because we were going from one trailer to another trailer and just seeing how the whole crew works their butt off. Literally, everybody on schedule, everybody's doing what they're supposed to do. No talking, but lots of joking.
No talking.
No talking, but lots of
talking,
joking.
no eating.
Yeah, exactly. But it was the craziest thing.
Yeah, I think your experience is similar to a lot of people who've never experienced NHRA Pro Drag Race before. I mean, the first time that I went to a race before, I was, incredibly impressed. These cars have over 10,000 horsepower, and you see two of them go down the track at once. And these are the Top Fuel dragsters and Top Fuel funny cars that I'm speaking of. And I know it rumbles your seat. It absolutely shakes. You're quivering after they go by, but it's such an amazing experience. You have to go there to see it.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. And like I said, you hear from the girly girl, I'm a woman from head to toe, and this stuff is not my venue. And I told you, I go to opera theater. I'm absolutely comfortable. It's my environment. When I was there, like, oh my gosh. But experience is beyond amazing, beyond.
Yes, I highly recommend going if you've never been. And there's a race this weekend in Sonoma if anybody's watching it in Sonoma. And you mentioned the team in the pit, and it's nowadays. I think NHRA has just recently changed the schedule. They're doing a live broadcast on ESPN now, so all the teams only have, I believe it's 50 or 55 minutes to do a complete turnaround between each round.
Really?
I think it's after the quarterfinals. They only have 55 minutes, and these teams do complete engine changes. I mean, and they have to be working completely together. They have to, I don't know how they don't run into each other all the time because they're constantly running around the pits like this. I mean, it's very, very impressive.
Amazing dynamic, and the whole experience is absolutely priceless. You have to experience at least once in your life. Just have this thrill. I don't know. It's like range of emotions. I cannot explain it how it goes. You guys have to go and see it.
Yes.
Now again, I want to switch gears. What do you think? What future holds for you? Because you're doing all this stuff right now, and you're a young girl, and I'm just wondering, what are you thinking in sense of your career and at least some idea?
Well, I don't know a finite answer of exactly where I want to go, but I do know that I really want Liquid Glow to become more profitable, get off the ground. We're really, really hoping to expand our market, get into all the different states, and we really want to keep involving drag racing with Liquid Glow, continue to help out the racers at the racetrack, sell product. As far as drag racing goes, I'm working my way up. I started in bracket racing, which is what I'm currently doing. I'm also currently driving a Super Comp Altered, who's owned by Dick Krieger, who's been very kind to let me drive his awesome 8-second race car. After Super Comp, possibly Top Sportsman, possibly Alcohol, and then possibly the pro ranks. I think it'd be really, really cool to drive a Top Fuel car one day. It's a tough world. I mean, there's only, at a race, there's only 16 racers, and funny cars 16 racers, and Top Fuel. Pro Stock is actually a very competitive class as well. I wouldn't turn down a pro stock right either. Yeah,
and again, how many girls really drive in race cars? We can literally use our fingers and that's it.
Well, actually, drag racing is one of the most female-populated sports, especially in motorsports. There's only one NASCAR female driver right now. There's no Formula One females as of right now. Drag racing has, anywhere from 10 to 20 women driving in the pro ranks at once, and it's actually a sport that men and women can compete equally. It's not like there's a women's class and a men's class in drag racing. Everybody's together.
You're just equal. You're on the field and you're racing.
Yep, and that was a challenge for me at first in drag racing, going to the track, and especially in a street-looking car. A lot of people didn't, take me quite seriously at first, just because, there's a lot of young girls that go to the track and, play around, so to speak. But, once they started seeing me more and more at the track, as time went by, I started to do well. They started to take me more seriously, and that's really been it's given me a sense of accomplishment over time, that they're starting to take me seriously.
Yeah, and plus it's lots of confidence, because lots of things what we do in our life and achieve in our life come with confidence.
Yeah.
If you have confidence, you can move mountains. I don't care what field you are. I've been doing construction. I know how construction field looks like, and believe me, I told Patrick when I came, I was 24. Again, my high heels and my mini skirt, and guys look at me and it's like, and who, babe, are you?
Who do you think you are?
Exactly. And when I said, I'm your boss, they looked at me, seriously? Let's see what you can do. And I'm telling you, I was coming home crying, but it's like, you will never ever see my tears. I will prove my point. But again, it built my character and my confidence. They didn't break me, they just made me stronger. And, I guess I can relate to you, even though, I can imagine myself to the race.
People always say that. That's a really impressive story. I didn't know that about you. But, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times when I think it's easy to be intimidated, but you just have to remember that on any given Sunday, anything can happen. You just got to be, one of my favorite Top Fuel racers, Top Fuel funny car racers, Matt Hagan, says, you just have to be a machine. And that's the truth. You just have to you just have to run your own race, be confident. And it really helps when you have good people on your team. I've got a great crew chief, gives me a good car. I'm always concerned, safety is one of my main concerns, especially in a career like drag racing. And a lot of people ask me all the time, aren't you afraid? And, there's always a sense of wondering if something could happen, but that's the truth with any sport. That's the truth with any career. And
truth with life in general. It is what it is.
Absolutely. And there's a lot of times when I go above and beyond what is required of me safety-wise. I mean, I wear a Hans device. I think Hans devices should be mandatory for all classes in NHRA. I put a roll bar in my car long before it was required. And, I think that's safety is something that people need to take very, very seriously.
And it's
all
smart.
Sports. Yes.
To be dumb, what is the point?
Right.
Just show off. There is no point. You have to be safe, because you're constantly in quite dangerous environment. And if you don't think about safety, you don't protect yourself, again, what is the point? Because you want to live your life and live really long life. Right.
Right. And a lot of injuries that happen, especially in drag racing, are absolutely preventable. And it makes me really sad when people don't take safety seriously. They don't, they try to get away with leaving their belts to expire, or wearing an old helmet, or, not getting their cage certified. It's just silly to me. It's people always, the reputation is going to get better and better the more attention we pay to safety.
Exactly.
We'll get more people interested in the sport. More mothers will be okay with their kids drag racing. It's just it's good for everybody.
And not only that, just think about safety from completely different perspective. When you love yourself, you will protect yourself.
Right.
Meaning, when you protect yourself, your loved ones happy, they're calm, and they're actually okay with what you're doing.
Right.
It's just simple, basic to me,
it
right?
It leaves you to focus on things like, what you need to do on the track. If you're worried about, are my belts tight enough? Are my belts going to hold up? Is my helmet? You're not. That's not what you want to be thinking about going down the track. I mean, especially in the faster cars, you need to be very, very focused. There's a lot of steps that you need to do.
Exactly.
Most of the steps are done before you even launch. A lot of people don't understand that especially in classes like Super Comp, there's a very specific set of procedures that need to be done in a very specific order, or else your run isn't going to going to be blown. And that's, you have to be focused and you have to be ready. And if you're not, if you're worried about safety things, you're not going to be.
Your mental focus is completely off, and you can't succeed. You can't win your race.
Right.
That's it. Simple, basic. So, my dear Alex, thank you so much. You know what I wanna tell you and wish that your line should just go out like rocket up there and drive like a rocket. Always wear your seatbelt.
Yeah.
Now you hear from
Always
mom. Please always wear a seatbelt. Doesn't matter what.
Right.
And it was a huge pleasure. Besides that, guys, when I'm doing my broadcasts, I broadcast a lot about best business practices. And it just happened that I was doing training at great company, growing company, making amazing product. And again, it just happened that I met you guys with wonderful product because you're wonderful product, because you're brand for yourself. Then you have a wonderful racing car. Then you have wonderful line of products. And guys, one more time, I'll do this, you know? And it's called Liquid Glow. Write it down and remember, Liquid Glow.
.net.
Liquidglow.net. And everything ties up together.
Yes.
I had great opportunity to actually put several great businesses together. And it's honor and privilege. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Richard, for being on the background. And thank you, Patrick, for watching and listening to us. And so, guys, if you want to see more of my broadcasts, connect with me on Google+. And I will post all links, Alex's links, my links, CargoGlide links below this broadcast. So I'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.